Well, I've wanted to be an auctioneer for a long time, but basically it's a change of pace for my life. At that middle stage of my life at 50 years old, and where I'm working now is kind of gotten to a peak and kind of a dead end. So I decided, you know what, instead of working for somebody else, it's time I take control of my own life. I've already did quite a few things, and it's time for me to take and get on and please some people and live the happy life for the rest of my years out.
I've been wanting to be an auctioneer since I was a little towhead. I wasn't very tall. I used to go to the farm sales on Wednesday with my grandpa, and I was just intrigued by the auctioneer and by the bidding and the selling, and then you finally get around to doing something you want to do. And I finally got around to it, and you can see I'm not 20 years old anymore. So what got me here was I called. I'm from Amarillo, so I called Spanky Assiter. And I didn't get a hold of Spanky, of course, but I got a hold of the ladies in front office. And right away, bam, call Worldwide. So I'll go back home, I do the internet thing, I looked them up, and guess what? Here I am.
Well, my dad's an auctioneer, and I asked him, I said, I want to be an auctioneer, what do I need to do? And he said, well, we'll send you to auction school, so he sent me to Worldwide.
I work for an auction company in Scotland, and they've invested in myself and many colleagues over the past few years and send us here to be taught how to become better auctioneers.
I came to Worldwide because I've been influenced by a lot of past students that came here, as well as community members that have attended Worldwide and now teach here. I have always watched, different online sales and seen Superior graduates calling bids, and then in our community alone, we've had some Worldwide graduates that not only are excellent auctioneers, but great people and have made quite the impact in our community.
Well, what brought me to Worldwide was sort of a lifelong dream to become an auctioneer. I know I waited a little late in life to do that, but I've wanted to seriously do this for about 10 years. And I've emceed many benefit auctions, and I decided it was time to get on the other side of things and find out what it was like to be an auctioneer.
I've wanted to be an auctioneer for a long time. Have been going to auctions, interested in collectibles, estate type stuff for a long time. I'm an attorney, so the real estate part also intrigued me.
I've been working with a company for the last 7 years. I've been working as a trainee auctioneer for the last year with that company, and I've been trying to get onto this school for the last 3 years. I got rejected last year, finally got on it this year. The company sent us over and to try and fine-tune as auctioneering skills.
Well, a Delta 747 brought me here to Minneapolis, but what kept me here is certainly the knowledgeable instructors and staff.
My family has been in the auction business. My grandfather was an auctioneer, my dad was an auctioneer, and I have a passion for it, to be out with people and engage with them and have a great time and work for the seller.
Oh, I've been interested in auctioneering for a long time. I went to a charity auction, and after speaking to the auctioneer and a little gentle push from my husband, I found myself here.
Well, in December I was looking. I always want to challenge myself to further and better myself. Last year I was serving as a Colorado State FFA officer, and I've always been interested in the auctioneer profession. I've enjoyed public speaking above all. That's one of my favorite things to do. And I thought, let's combine business and public speaking. And what do? You get an auctioneer.
I work for a car auction company in the UK, which have 5 branches, and I'm a trainee auctioneer, but we don't have any auctioneering schools in England, so they've sent us over here because they've been highly recommended.
Paul Bear. I met Paul on a bus at the Pennsylvania Auctioneer Association meeting, and he has such a way of making you feel like you're the only person in the room, and I thought that's the kind of school I want to go to.
I decided to attend the Worldwide College of Auctioneering a couple of months ago. It's something I became aware of probably 10 to 15 years ago, and it got me to thinking, and it's been kind of gnawing at me for a long time, and I finally reached the point in my life where I decided to make a significant career change and looking at the next number of years, and I just could not get the thought of auctioneering out of my brain, and so I decided to take the plunge.
Oh, the class. Well, actually, I've liked a lot of them. I mean, a whole lot, but Paul Bear was probably really stern on there. I think Jack, I probably learned a lot off of Jack because I like the real estate portion of it, and he's real humorous and everything. And then you got Jill Marie, which I love her to death. She took me one-on-one after classes, and I was really pleased with what she taught me. I think she brought me forward probably the most of anything because she's just their personality and everything with you is just absolutely phenomenal. I've never met anybody quite like her. How she could just take you in and then get something out of you just that quick.
And I'll tell you what about these instructors, they're top notch. These guys are professionals in everything they do, everything they say, and I guarantee you, they tell the truth, and I highly recommend anybody who wants to come to this school, it don't matter if you're 10, 12, 14, or 85, or in between. You're going to learn more in 9 days than a lot of kids learn in the entire high school, okay? I mean, I highly recommend this school. I'm going to take some of this back with me, and I'm going to put it to work.
Oh, John Nichols just did a class on real estate, and that was fantastic. It was one of the longer sessions, and it didn't feel like it. So we learned everything from the online aspect to especially the people involved in making sure that it's a relationship more than it's a sale.
I really enjoyed it. Every single instructor has been fantastic. The main one being Jill Marie, who's taken every ounce of her own energy and tried to instill it into myself to make me a far better auctioneer and person.
Like many others, I have really enjoyed Jill Marie, Matt Lowry, and many of the other instructors here. They all have something different that they bring to the table and a different spin on the industry and how to make a profit but also make an impact on someone else. And they set phenomenal examples of just being good people that really are a face of integrity for the business.
Well, what's been helpful to me is the diversity in the instructors. Each one brings something different to your CHAN and to your whole experience. I mean, it's amazing. They bring what they've learned as an auctioneer into the classroom, but they've all had different experiences, so then you get to benefit from each one in a different way.
Everybody has their own specialty, so it's kind of interesting to get a take on the industry from so many different perspectives.
Like my colleagues, I've enjoyed every aspect of it. We met Jill Marie fairly early on, and she's been quite inspiring, and she's taught us a hell of a lot.
The instructors and staff from day one to the final day and to our graduation have been top notch. It's obvious that the instructors are among the best in the field of auctioneering. Certainly a testament to their knowledge and their expertise, but also to this school.
I think honestly everything has got such a different aspect. It's so well thought of. The whole course is well thought of, every little aspect going from, and it's teaching you everything about it. It's not just focusing on one area, and it's telling you the complete, basically from how to start to get to the finish line, basically.
I liked every one of them. The diversity of the different types of auctioneering that there are out there. All the lecturers did a great job of talking about the benefits of auctioneering in each one of the different markets and how it can be successful, and it was all just very helpful.
It's been a blast. I've met a lot of friends. I've made friends with people here that from all over the United States and Canada. We love our Canadian friends. They're here with us, and they've been an influence on me. And I'll tell you what, these guys, I've been in different sessions with practicing auctioneering with these guys, and everybody since Monday, or since Saturday actually when we started, they have skyrocketed. And so have I. I'm talking like I never talked before. And it's been an experience for me.
Oh my gosh, where do I begin about the friends that I've made? Such a diverse group, such a wonderful group, each with the integrity that Paul talked about the first day. So trustworthy, so honest, so forthcoming. I mean, they're lifelong friends, I think.
The people here have been great. I mean, especially because they have the common interest to be an auctioneer, and I've just created some really good friendships that I'll probably have for the rest of my life, I think.
The students have been very, very nice, courteous, tried to include us in everything that we do, even though they can't understand me most of the time.
They've all been great. While we come from different parts of the country and from the world, they all have a different spin and can really change your educational experience here at Worldwide, just because everyone has a different take on how a chant should sound, or maybe some different input. So we've all gotten along really well and bonded really well.
Met a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life. I have met real estate agents to car salesmen to 15-year-old kids that are third, fourth generation auctioneers. So a wide range of people, made a lot of good friends, a lot of good contacts in the industry.
It is amazing the people I've met, from classmates to all the way up to executives in the National Auctioneer Association. We have people from all over the country and Canada. We have the president of the NAA. I can tell that the connections I've made and the friends I've made will be people I know for a long time that will further my career, as well as theirs, hopefully.
The other students, whether they have never been to an auction to whether they've been calling bids since they were young, having the diversity in age and background and experiences, and the geographic diversity as well, adds to the students' experience.
Yeah, I think we've all bonded really well. Obviously, being the sort of we're the English guys, and obviously it's an American-dominated school, but they've a warm welcome, and the Americans have always a warm welcoming country. So yeah, great.
It's been very enjoyable meeting everybody. You know, there's a wide variety of classmates here from all over the country, all different ages, all different backgrounds, and probably the most surprising thing is the way that everybody has melded together and supported each other. Not only do we get input and positive reinforcement and encouragement, everybody just does a great job of lifting each other up and pushing us towards our goal.
Well, I was originally going to go to another college for auctioneering, and I got referred to this one. And I checked it out, though, first, because, you know, I mean, I came all the way from San Diego, so, you know, it had to be good, but I feel that the money is worth it. I would do it again and again. In fact, I'd like to come back here maybe when I get Jack's age older. Maybe I could be an instructor or something like that. So I would highly recommend this. You get to meet probably the best auctioneers, some of the best in the industry, and the genre of everything is just phenomenal. It's an experience you'll never forget.
I would highly recommend this college. I really didn't know anything about auctioneering colleges when I started my search for where to go. I took a look online, I read some of the reviews of this college, and it has surpassed every expectation I had walking in, from the quality of the instruction to the people I've met here. Just the whole experience has been beyond what I could have imagined. It's also been the toughest thing I've ever done, I have to be honest with you. I've worked in television for 30 years, and this surpasses anything I've faced in terms of a challenge, but it's also been a lot of fun along the way. I mean, you push yourself to the limit in what you can do, and I'm glad to have had that experience, and I know I'm going to feel great about it walking away.
I would recommend this college to anybody that wants to learn how to be an auctioneer or a bid caller. You get 92 hours of instruction in 10 days. They're one of the few schools that pack that much instruction into that easy of a time. It's only 1 week out of the year, so save up if you have a job, go ahead and save up a little bit of your days off. Come out and try it. You never know who you're going to meet or what you're going to get from this. For myself personally, where I'm headed to college this fall, it worked perfectly in my schedule that last summer. Why not learn something new that could possibly become my profession for the rest of my life? I would recommend this. They're top-notch, and I know a lot of the instructors have all won international titles and national titles as championship auctioneers. But they're not just champions. They go ahead and take that extra step to be personal, good-hearted people that want to help you succeed when you come here to learn new things.
Certainly. We don't have anything like this in Britain that we're aware of, and that's why our company invested both the financial aspect as well as our time. They're taking us out of our work for almost 2 weeks to make us better people.
I would definitely recommend this school. There were obviously some other schools to look at when considering a College of Auctioneering. However, this came to the top, and it definitely was present this week as the people are great people, and that's what really sets us over the edge as one of the best auctioneer schools in the nation.
Absolutely, yes. I remember doing my application for the school, and I actually put on there that no matter who you are and how good you think you are as an auctioneer, to come over here and learn off the best in the world, in my opinion, is a must.
Of course, I would recommend it to anyone, again, whether they have attended an auction before or whether they have been involved in auctioneering since birth. I would recommend Worldwide College of Auctioneering.
I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Going from everyone I've spoke to, and it's the best.
I would absolutely recommend this college without a doubt to anyone that's interested in becoming an auctioneer or furthering their auction career.
I certainly would. Anybody that's interested or even remotely interested would be totally sold by the time they're done with this class.
I would absolutely recommend it. I've throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to get a lot of training, continuing education, and the instructors here, their commitment, their genuine interest and help has been second to none.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. I looked online at a lot of other colleges, a lot of other Texas Academy of Auctioneers, various others up in Wyoming, different places, even Missouri. And from what the interview people, I saw some of the interviews you have online. I looked at that, and I looked at a lot of things, and I just, I said, I'm going to Mason City. I paid my tuition early. And I guarantee you, let me say this, you get every penny's worth out of that, whatever the tuition was. You get more. These guys are so professional, so set up, so organized, and it's unreal. It's long days, but hey, if you're allergic to work, they tell you this. You're going to do two things worldwide. You're going to work hard and have fun, and that's the absolute truth. Okay? It's been a blast.